Hello, good morning. Sylvia here, nutrition and fasting coach. All right, raise your hand if you've ever experienced headaches or foggy or getting muscle cramps when you're fasting or eating low carb. So this is one of the most common things, and it has nothing to do with your willpower or anything like that. But, so let me explain this. When you are fasting or you're going low carb, as in keto or carnivore, your insulin drops. And that's the whole goal, right? Because we want to be able to access fat loss. And that's when your body's able to burn fat, when your insulin drops. But insulin also has a side job. It tells your kidneys to hold on to sodium. So when insulin drops, that signal goes away. And your kidneys start to release that sodium instead. And that's a process called natriuresis. I don't know how to say that, but interesting word. And that's the name of this process. And just to explain a little bit, like how you sometimes, when you start either fasting or you start a keto diet, going from standard American diet, which is higher in carbohydrates. So when you eat carbohydrates, 1 gram of carbohydrates will hold on to up to 4 grams of water in your body. So when you start a low carb diet or a fasting lifestyle, your body's gonna release all that water. And that's when you often see that swoosh on the scale, like the initial water weight coming off. So that's why you can see that in the beginning of a diet. But as sodium falls, your body starts pulling on potassium and magnesium to keep everything balanced. And that domino effect that's happening, that's what can cause some of those symptoms that is often called keto flu or fasting flu, just because you don't feel good. As an example, I want to use one of my clients. She has done 3 longer fasts at this point. So her first 36-hour fast, she did not feel good. She had headaches, felt sluggish, fatigue, and just not great. She did check her fasting vitals, her ketones and glucose, they were fine, but she wasn't feeling good. She still pushed through because she had the numbers, she had the confidence to keep going. She pushed through and made it through her fast, but it was not a pleasant experience. And that can cause many people, as they start a fasting lifestyle, they think that, well, fasting wasn't for me. It didn't work for my body. But the second time she did it, it went much easier. She didn't feel like that at all, just a slight headache at one point. And the third time, it went great. It was easy to do a 36-hour fast. So that's your body getting more efficient, and you are getting through that that fluid retention, and you're starting to balance those electrolytes in the body. And so there's a study I want to just mention real quick that's shown that fasting sodium losses within the first 24 hours of a fast, it can range from around 1,000 to 6,000 milligrams. And that's big. So that's a big measurable loss. So it's not in your head. It's not that fasting doesn't work for you. This is normal processes in the body. And then let's talk about women in your 40s and beyond. So the hormone shift that's already happening, it's already affecting your fluid balance. It's also affecting your insulin sensitivity. And then when we layer fasting or a low carb diet on top of that, those mineral swings can feel bigger and more extreme than they did in your 20s and 30s. And this is why electrolytes, at this point, it's not an option. It's a part of doing this safely. So here's some of the symptoms to look for: headaches, fatigue, brain fog, dizziness or lightheadedness when standing, muscle cramps. I have clients reporting that at night they wake up from muscle cramps in their calves specifically. Heart palpitations and like that fluttery feeling. Also irritability. If you feel like you're hangry, but you're not really hungry, that's another one of those symptoms. So let's talk about, I want to share just a simple do-it-yourself electrolyte mixture that's so easy to make. So many people prefer to buy them, but I want to share this recipe with you. So you want to use a good type salt. You don't want to use regular table salt. Table salt is strict for any minerals. So you want to use something good, like Redmond salt is good. Himalayan sea salt is good. That's what I'm using right now. Celtic salt is another one. And you can use lemon or lime for a little bit of potassium added, or you can, and water. So it's, let me give you the recipe here. So I can, if you comment electrolytes, I will send this recipe to you after, later on. But for 2 cups of water, filtered water, you'll add 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of high quality salt. So the Redmond or pink Himalayan, that's the ones I use. These carry the trace minerals that your body need, and the refined table salt doesn't have those. Juice of 1/2 a lemon or lime if you want. So it's a little added potassium there. It's not that much, but you can also add 1/4 teaspoon of potassium chloride. It's a salt substitute, like the no salt. And you can also add, this is optional, a pinch of, or 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate powder for that 3rd major electrolyte. So you just combine it all and mix it, shake it or stir it until all the salt is dissolved, and you can sip it throughout your fasting window or throughout the day. If you are sweating a lot, if it's hot outside, if you're working out, you know, make sure you replenish those electrolytes. There's also another recipe I found on a website called Ilana's Pantry. She has some good recipes. I'll post that link in the comments for you. And for those of you who don't want to spend the time mixing it yourself, or just don't like the taste of the electrolytes in the water, there's certainly plenty of ready to go electrolyte supplements out there. But again, so with all the food decisions you make, check the nutrition label, because they're not created equally, and a lot of them contain sweeteners. So be aware of that. Sweeteners and fillers, watch out. So I'm gonna mention a couple of brands. So this one here, Element Tea, is a very popular one. I got this free sample this with the different flavors. The thing with these, they have a plain which doesn't have any sweeteners in it or flavors. Personally, I did not like the taste of that. These flavors, they're pretty good, but of course they include those natural flavors ingredient that I am a little hesitant to use, because you don't know what it is. Second of all, they have stevia. So depending on how you react to stevia, it can raise your blood sugar and insulin. So you want to be cautious and watch how you feel when using these electrolytes that has sweeteners in them, because if it raises your glucose or and your insulin, it will cause you to be hungry later. So that's something to be aware of. If you're wearing a continuous glucose monitor, that's a great way to find out if this is breaking your fast. So me personally, I don't like those flavors. I don't like the taste of salt in my water. Most of the time, I just take a pinch of Himalayan sea salt and just put it on my tongue and drink water. Other than that, I use these supplements that I actually really like, and I am not affiliated with these at all, but these are some supplements that I enjoy and they really work for me. It's Reset. I don't know if you can see that. So this is the daytime electrolytes. They have not just the electrolytes, they also have some other vitamins and calcium, and they have a lot of good stuff in them. And I use these also when I'm doing longer hikes, when I'm fasting, extended fast. I use these. They really help me. They help me get keep the energy up, keep the hunger feeling away, and just really balancing my my electrolytes. They also have a nighttime version, and I have started, since I'm living a fasting lifestyle and I am on a low carbohydrate diet. So you need more electrolytes, you need more salt. So I take these daily now. This is the nighttime supplement that they have, and it has a GABA and little bit of melatonin, 5-HTP, and chamomile tea extract, and L-theanine. So on top of the magnesium glycinate, little vitamin B6 and vitamin D. So all these things will help you sleep as well and keep you hydrated. So that's my go-to supplement. Again, I'm not affiliated with these, but so for safety, of course, if you're on blood pressure medication, if you have kidney disease or a heart condition, talk to your doctor before you start supplementing with increased sodium and these electrolyte supplements. So that's important to do. So to close up this, if you want a personal plan for your fasting, your minerals and your hormones, I'll drop a link in the comments where you can just book a free chat, 30 minutes, where we just see where you are, what you need, what can work for you. And I want to remind you that this video and my other videos will be uploaded to YouTube. So if you want to watch it again, if you want to go back and check another video that might be removed from Facebook, go to my YouTube channel, Healthy Habit Nutrition, and you can see them all there. Make sure you hit subscribe so you get notified every time there's a new video out. So a lot of info there. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is just such a common subject, and I don't want you to think that fasting is not working for you just because you had a headache. It's just your body adjusting, and it's those fluctuating water, electrolytes, balances in your body. So until next time, I will see you guys later.